Hey everyone, Brayden here, coming to you with a special look at everything happening at and coming to Walt Disney World in 2018. The main theme of 2018 is going to be 2019 is going to be awesome. We're going to be seeing a lot of build up for things like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge coming 2019, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway replacing the Great Movie Ride, opening around fall 2019. That's the word we have right now. The new Coronado Springs Tower opening in 2019. The whole new Walt Disney World Resort Hotel, Disney Riviera Resort, opening in 2019. But that's not to say that we don't have some great stuff to look forward to this year, while lots of other projects wrap up for 2019 openings. The main headliner opening this year for Walt Disney World for sure is Toy Story Land, opening summer 2018 in Hollywood Studios, right next door to Star Wars Land, which will be following soon behind, opening in 2019. Disney has yet to give us an official opening date for Toy Story Land, or a month even. That would be nice. Right now we just know summer 2018, but based on current construction and insiders familiar with the project, we're looking for an opening date on par with Pandora: The World of Avatar this time last year, late May or early June. The difference being between Toy Story Land and Avatar Land is that Toy Story Land really got underway in mid-2016 for a mid-2018 opening, while Avatar Land got underway at the beginning of 2014 for a mid-2017 opening. So Pandora, it has some stunning detail and tech behind it, which probably required a little bit more time to develop, but a big theme of 2017 for Disney was streamlining Imagineering to be more competitive with tight-knit groups lacking the complex bureaucracy Disney has, like the team behind Universal's projects, which go from concept to reality at a faster speed than what Disney's been capable of in recent years. The fact that Disney's gotten Toy Story Land from the backlot tour to a land already featuring figures, Toy Story figures like Jessie and Rex, in under 2 years goes to prove how much Disney's turnaround time has improved over a very short time period. Watch out, Universal. As far as what to expect from Toy Story Land, I think it's going to be a very fun land. First off, the Slinky Dog Dash looks like a pretty substantial launch coaster as far as length goes, compared to the new coasters of recent past here in Walt Disney World, like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The decor we're already seeing around the Slinky Dog Dash on the construction site is only going to add to the experience and looks awesome so far. Toy Story Land will feature some familiar favorites, especially Toy Story Mania, with the entrance being flipped around, with the current Pixar Play street being walled off in mid-2018 once Toy Story Land opens, and that whole area will become a backstage cast member area, sort of like an access road, given that everyone will go behind it to Toy Story Land, and you no longer need the Pixar Place. The smaller attraction alongside the Slinky Dog Dash in Toy Story Land will have the same ride system as Mater's Junkyard Jamboree in Cars Land at Disney California Adventure, but now instead of tractors, you'll be in an alien swirling saucer from Toy Story. The Buzz Lightyear figure we'll have out front is a figure I'm hearing we should see arrive in the land quite soon, with Woody being the last figure to arrive before the opening, given his spot leaning on the Toy Story Land entrance sign is still, that whole area is still under construction, getting that new pathway leading guests into the land complete in time for the opening. The quick service dining location, Woody's Lunchbox, I have a feeling based on the concept art, some of the design elements we're going to be seeing at this venue are going to be pretty incredible and really sell that idea of being the size of a toy in Andy's backyard. One question we still have that's up in the air at this point is Disney really committing to the Andy's backyard feel for this land? In the latest concept art, there appears to be a neighbor's house in the distance from the toy-sized perspective, but no such house has been constructed yet. I think Disney could do this fairly easily, right behind the metal sheeting fence, painted to look like a wood fence. Do another layer of metal sheeting, and create a facade on the front to make a forced perspective house that looks far above you, no matter where you are in the land. This would also be a convenient way to further hide the enormous rock and roller coaster ride building you can see in the distance, as well as the former Disney Animation building while on the Slinky Dog Dash. Disney has painted the rock and roller coaster building blue on the side facing Toy Story Land in an attempt to make the building less noticeable from the Slinky Dog Dash, but a Toy Story house would be a great way to further shield the rest of the park from breaking the illusion of being toy-sized in the world of Toy Story. Another big Toy Story Land question, landscaping. In the model for the land we recently got in Walt Disney Presents at Hollywood Studios, we got late last year, it looks like Disney is going to employ the use of bamboo from that model we see there. It'll be challenging to landscape a land when you're supposed to be the size of a toy. A single regularly sized tree could make it feel more like you're regularly sized as well, and for some reason all the toys are just enormous, so it'll be interesting to see what Disney does there. Construction progress-wise, I think this is one of the fastest built lands on record in recent years in Walt Disney World. The facade and interior work is already well underway on all the buildings. Landscaping should be close behind. We're already getting to that stage, I feel like, pretty soon. The one big piece of Toy Story Land still yet to be done is transforming the surrounding sound stages into fences as visible in the Toy Story Land model. That looks like it's going to take some serious work and some substantial construction, and with only 6 months away from the opening, or the predicted opening of the land, and Disney already said summer 2018, so it can't be that far away, Disney definitely needs to get work going on that. If you're worried about Toy Story Land not opening in time for summer, don't be. Just like with Pandora last year, Disney needs this summer land opening to draw in crowds this year in a time where theme park attendance is on a worldwide decline. Good news for Disney is there are fewer crowds, but still more profits being made every quarter in the parks, so expect us to be getting some really cool new Toy Story Land branded merch to help recreate the success that was the Pandora merch last year, with a 6-month supply of $50 motorized Banshees selling out in just 2 weeks after the land opened. So excited for Toy Story Land to open this year. Let me know what you think. Moving away from the main 2018 headliner in Walt Disney World, there's one other significant project we can hold out hope for: the Disney Skyliner gondolas connecting Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Caribbean Beach, and the soon-to-come Disney Riviera Resort, as well as Pop Century and the Art of Animation. Around 6 months ago, we were predicting the Skyliner could be ready in time for the opening of Toy Story Land, or just a little bit after that, sometime this summer, but then unfortunately we had Hurricane Irma, and construction on the Skyliner transportation system came to a complete halt. Things are picking back up again. Disney's getting us all hyped up with new concept art all the time. We just got a new overhead view of the Hollywood Studios station, which looks beautiful, but the question is, can Disney get the Skyliner open in time for the 2018 holiday season, or is this project going to keep getting pushed back and delayed and ends up opening alongside Galaxy's Edge, or a little before, in the spring of 2019? There's no way that Disney doesn't have the Skyliner open in time for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They have to have it done by then from an investment standpoint, but Disney is more than likely aiming to have the system ready to catch a high crowd period, like in late 2018, in order to get a flow going and have the system operating without a hitch in time for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Madness come 2019. The question is, can Disney get the stations built and get the pylons holding up the gondola line in between each station installed in time for the 2018 holiday season? Disney could also be aiming for the system to open in time for the huge spring break 2019 crowds and get the gondolas running smoothly then in preparation for the Galaxy's Edge summer crowds, but either high crowd time Disney's aiming for to get the system running, it really comes down to the construction progress we'll see over the next 6 months as to when it will open. Based on how fast Disney's built similar large concrete structures like the gondola stations in recent years, especially stuff over in Disney Springs, I think a late 2018 opening is still possible for the Skyliner, and based on how fast we're seeing things progress in Toy Story Land and Star Wars Land as well, Disney will have plenty of steel and concrete construction crews ready to roll over the coming months to work on the Skyliner. There are a few smaller projects we know are wrapping up in time for 2018 openings in Disney Springs. Kicking off the new year, first we'll have Wine Bar George opening at the Landing. This venue was originally supposed to open in late 2017, so safe to say it's definitely in the near future. Wine Bar George is described as a comfortable yet lively environment that's reminiscent of a renovated winery. The design for the 6,000 square foot space features wood ceilings, concrete floors, warm lighting, and a welcoming atmosphere, as you can see from this concept art from Disney. The next venue opening following Wine Bar George in Disney Springs in 2018 is Terralina Crafted Italian. This is the reimagining of Portobello, the former Italian restaurant that was at the space that offered a wide range of pasta. Now the inside especially is getting a full makeover, and the menu will be getting an overhaul as well. Portobello has been getting more competition recently, especially with Maria and Enzo's Italian opening down the pathway there from Portobello, with the new Maria and Enzo's being run by Patina Group, quite famous for their Italian offerings, with them also owning Via Napoli and Tutto Italia in the Italy Pavilion in Epcot. Also in 2018, Wolfgang Puck is on the move to a brand new location near Town Center, and since they're moving, a new restaurant called Jaleo is taking their place in the West Side this year. Featuring Spanish tapas from Spain, of course, this sounds like it's going to be a very unique restaurant. And if you want to get speculative, I have the sense that this restaurant was originally part of the plans for the Spain Pavilion in Epcot, now canceled from what we're guessing with the land's main headliner, which was supposed to be based around Disney's Gigantic. That film is now postponed indefinitely, so chances are we're not getting a Spain Pavilion at this point. So point being, Jaleo is going to be great, and perhaps having originally been planned to be a flagship parks restaurant, it's definitely going to be some good food. Speaking of Wolfgang Puck moving, its new location is slated to open this year, wrapping up the new restaurant openings in Disney Springs for 2018. The brand new venue will also have a brand new menu. Hey, that rhymed! The other big change coming in 2018 to Disney Springs, as we discussed at length in our weekly Disney news show, the Match Weekly this past week, be sure to check that out. The World of Disney is getting a major overhaul, with sources telling me Disney is going to reimagine the building to live up to the new Disney Store layout Disney previewed guests with at the D23 Expo last summer. The plan is for all the Disney stores to look like this eventually. The new Disney Store design looks a lot like the Gap. I've heard people say that. It also reminds me a little bit of the Lego store with the outer walls full of those like standalone shelves that come out of the wall. We'll see how it turns out. So while the World of Disney gets that makeover, there will be a temporary location for the world's largest Disney store in Town Center. So there's your first look at what's coming to Disney World in 2018. I think this year might be big if Disney can get the Skyliner done in time for the holidays, but even without a 2018 Skyliner opening, we have Toy Story Land, which is going to be incredible, and we'll be getting all hyped up for Galaxy's Edge and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and all the other 2019 projects close behind. Let me know your thoughts on when you think these projects will come to fruition, what Disney has in store for us this year. If you'd like to be notified when we drop new Disney news updates, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. This is Brayden. Have a magical day.